Let's get to it.
LSU seeking its second at this matchup again. How much they were motivated with the
UCLA in a man-to-man. Lauren Betts on Anissa Morrow. Morrow attacks.
Betts averaging nearly 3 blocks per game, and see if she gets credit. She's gonna make sure they're tallying it at the stat table. And Williams tracks the All-American. Here's Betts. Such a force in the post. Lauren Betts picking up.
Didn't get there.
Betts coming off back-to-back 30-point games. Williams alone in the corner. Can't hit the 3. Bounces in. Betts one-on-one with Smith. Betts misses the layup. Who quickly comes in off the bench for last year Poa. Here's Smith diving in. Can't fit. Jaquez connects on a 3.
It's when they can hit from the perimeter.
Smith gets it to drop. Samaya Smith at her stages of this season. Here's Rice, wide open, short on a 3, picking up some pace for UCLA. Dugalich dumps it in. What position? And Betts finish. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Williams can't hit the 3. Morrow, such a have really proficient rebounders, physical on the glass. Nice cut there from Jaquez. Good title 2 seasons ago. Jones, no.
Wonder if LSU
comes off. Morrow, the offensive rebound, can't put it back in. It was cold in that game and then took over down the stretch of the 4th. Barker gets flying in, now trying to push pace. Johnson can't finish it. On a solo into the game for UCLA. Barker leaves it short.
And forced rotation on a pass out.
Johnson, oh, what a move from Flau'jae Johnson in this first. Now Rice will fire, again way short on her 3, and it tilts. Just talked about that is part of her growth, that she didn't let it get in her head or affect her in any way whatsoever. It gets deflected and taken away. Here comes LSU off the turnover. Gilbert's pull up, won't go. Betts coming to set the screen for Rice. Here's Kiki Rice, backdoor cut. Dudley, wow, just way off. The 6th rated offense in the country this season. Here's Williams, and who's that foul going to be on? It'll be soon. Smith, pull-up jumper is good. Gardner trying to work back to the basketball. Betts battling underneath with Smith and getting the points. And the other night, for much of the game, she was UCLA's sole source of offense. Morrow, look out! Johnson. Morrow again.
Lauren Betts looks tired.
A 9-2 LSU run. Arnisalo, and that's going to be an offensive foul. How about Flau'jae? 16 has made their last 3 shots. Williams snaking through, and a travel. I shouldn't ask that question.
Yeah.
Here's Betts, and who's it going to be called on? It's going to be called on Betts.
They are a team that plays through her on the offensive end of the floor, and she's their rim protector on the defensive end of the floor. Brilliant.
What's amazing about that is this is just the 2nd NCAA tournament she's ever played in. At DePaul, she had made it to the first 4, but that was it. This was just her 2nd. Here's Barker, high dribble, swooping through, couldn't finish. Morrow collects, heaves, and that'll do it for the first. Down 3, slapped alive, but just to Jones for UCLA. London Jones can't hit the 3, halfway down with 2.5 minutes to go before LSU ended up winning by 9. Gardner connects on a oh no. Morrow follows it up with a board. Leaning and hitting Anissa Morrow, the queen of second.
Find the fade, find ways to get clean looks even against bigger defenders.
Rice, nice drive, did the hard work, just couldn't finish it. And it's out of bounds. Morrow just tied Jillian Aileen for 3rd place all-time in Division I history in rebounding.
The difference between her and Reese is about
UCLA trying to get to its first ever Final 4. Gilbert rims out UCLA. Rice calling a play. Gardner verbling traffic. Gardner will fire and hit. Good decision there from Kiki Rice. Gardner, she can't hit that one. And the rebound. A trip to the Final Four on the line. Rice couldn't get it. Jaquez can sag off of last year Poa. Johnson dumps it to the corner. Gilbert lines it up. No. And a foul. Dugalich. Backing down. Dugalich. Yeah, I think there might have been a couple travels in there.
Did you see? Who has a big giant paw in their face?
I don't. Gilbert gets fouled, and Caitlin Gilbert is going to go to the line. If our team gets too much into emotion, that's when we falter. Where we thrive is an execution focus, and they've executed really well. LA off the bench. The Big Ten 6th player of the year. Poa 3. Wow, that's some three. Especially Carson. As Johnson can't hit the jumper. 2:30. Arnisalo gives it up. Gardner's been good off the bench. Gardner's runner rims off. Out of bounds. Making fewer attempts as well. That was something Corey Close really wanted to focus on. As Wolfenbarger lays it in off a great Rice. Tiptoes baseline. Bounces out. Gardner. One more. Factor off the bench. Dugalich knocks it away. Arnisalo to Jaquez. To the rim. 8 points for Gabriela Jaquez. Johnson's jumper is good. Both offing taking. That one is off. Poa the rebound. About a 14-second difference game in shot clock as there's Rice. Giving it up. Dugalich dumps it down. Barker gets fouled. Left a little at the line. Barker specifically. 2 seconds left in the half. Dangerous dribble. Poa has it partially tipped in championship game.
And in that win, they were 8 for 15. It's certainly a narrative similar to the one.
And since, here you go, this is what we're talking about when it comes to UCLA. 24-0 when they make 6 or more threes as Betts gets fouled. 4 of 7 from the floor, shooting her 2nd and 3rd free throws of the day as we send things over to Holly Rowe.
You know, before this herself, we have a great team around you. So I would imagine it's giving her a lot of confidence after not playing in the second quarter.
Here's Flauget. Johnson finds Morrow. Nice move inside and the finish from Anissa Morrow.
Beautiful hesitation.
And a steal from Jones. And Jones able to hit the jumper. LSU got the stop. They turn it over in the backcourt. Morrow couldn't finish that 2 in time. Jaquez connects. And we're going to have to ask Jaime Jr. whether or not she was in fact nicer to her brother. Betts with the rejection on Morrow.
From Anissa Morrow.
3 blocks. Here's Johnson. She got it. Flauget, Johnson, and Ellis. Great action here. Rice back to Betts. Betts turns and travels. He has played overseas for a while now. Is from on the floor in college.
Yeah, certainly very different from just playing in high school.
Johnson hits another. Down. Betts looking out. Will go one-on-one. Now draws the coverage. Rice's 3 is off. Jaquez back. Fakes to Day Wilson. Throws it away. Jaquez on the steal. And then Morrow pokes it from behind. Down of 7 from the floor thus far. Bounces to Morrow. Morrow traveled and another error. Good look to kick it out. Arnisalo can't hit the 3. Smith able to flag down the rebound. They're tussling inside. Kim Mulkey with a forlorn look on her face as she's watching the lack of development here. And Morrow. Johnson got fouled, nearly hit it. And Flush. 2 Eastern for the special, 3 Eastern for the tip.
I can't wait.
And 5:30 after that fall, but LSU is going to want her back on the floor ASAP. Morrow can't hit the jumper. Dugalich. Into Betts. Deep catch. Betts waits and finishes.
Now the double can't come.
Betts with her fourth block. Morrow inside, able to scrape it in on the reverse for Anissa Morrow. Dugalich on the drive, can't finish it. Betts. Here's Rice. Dugalich spins out. Smith, Michaela Williams, Flage, and Morrow for LSU. Morrow took a shot as Williams comes down with a rebound. Morrow for LSU. Betts, deep position. Betts unable to squeeze it in over so in this quarter. Betts patiently waits, gets held up, and that is going to be a jump. And the possession hugs it, and UCLA will keep it here as the quarter comes to a close. UCLA
Just around 6 feet, 6'1", but a rebounding skill is transferable.
Gardner again, Helbing, trying to get to their first ever Final Four. Morrow spinning, forcing. Good goes behind the back. Rice hits the deck. Johnson vacated, but still finishes. Chance for three. Misses the free throw. Rebound taken in by Smith. Williams spinning and hitting. Look out. Michaela Williams out of bounds, and it last hit Jaquez, or did it? Perhaps it last hit Williams. Morrow in and out. Jaquez in this game. And that's going the other way. An offensive foul called. Williams and Johnson capable of those responsibilities as Betts again finishes, and it's guard. Williams got another. And now
Smith forced Betts out. She caught the ball outside of the lane.
Gilbert spinning, forcing, can't hit, not a good. Gilbert, pull-up jumper is off again. Knock it away. Here's Johnson weaving through traffic. Flage to the cup. Johnson comes up with a steal. Flage, the hesitation, and the foul. While UCLA has 4 turnovers over the last 3 minutes. As Johnson hits the first. Betts, again, Smith. Trying to time it, Betts couldn't finish it. Just one for LSU. That's the opposite story of the rest of the game. Johnson hooks it in. Rice into the lane, lost it out of bounds. To the lock. Rice gets it into Jaquez. Betts, center of the lane, gets blocked the line. Sinks the first. Lauren Betts, just 4.5 minutes. Here's Betts, another touch, kick out. Gardner, not that time. Jaquez a hand on it, guarded by Gilbert. Rice kicks it out. 9 to shoot. Jaquez gets around Williams, but foul. 4 for 8. Jaquez hits the first. What a complete game it's been from Gavin. Dump it in, Betts, kick it out, that three is gone! Landing free throw shooter goes to the line. Hits that, but it's an 8-2 run for UCLA since. Johnson, they need it, they've got it! Game, his dad anxiously watches Rice hit yet another. Kiki Rice. Here's Williams turning the corner, gets fouled by Dugalich. At DePaul, comes to LSU. Johnson the rebound, banks it in. Flage doing everything she can. Seconds remaining. Flage puts it up and in from. Is headed to the.
The question with UCLA coming into this season.